Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a trade recap. It's also going to be just a video where I kind of show the progression of my funded accounts. So as you guys know, yesterday I ended up blowing my accounts. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday I ended up blowing my accounts. So I basically got new, fresh funded accounts, and we're good to go. So I'll just be showing you guys my progress. So the first day on the funded accounts made about this much. I know on the live stream I made about 450. I tried going for one more trade, but basically ended up break even. So yeah, so I just kind of want to go over the price action today and kind of show you what trades I took. But yeah, so the first trade I ended up taking was a short. I know we kind of pumped for the rest of the day, but I took a stab short, and basically my entry was the close under this candle basically right here, and I was hoping that we would be able to try to target these London lows, not London lows, sorry, just this these relatively equal lows down here, but we didn't end up getting that. But thankfully I got out around right here when we started reversing, so pretty nice trade right there, and basically got about $250 from that. That's about 1.5 R. And the reason I took a short was we ended up taking a swing high up here, which I believe was probably on the 1 hour. Yeah, so let's just check out the 1 hour. And I believe it was somewhere right here. So we ended up taking this hourly swing high over here. And I thought that, you know, maybe with that we would be able to reverse to the downside. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough steam, and the trade I ended up taking was on the 30-second. So this was the 30-second trade. So if you were on the 1 minute, you wouldn't be able to see that inversion fair value gap. However, I did understand that this trade was a little bit risky, and the reason I kind of ended up closing right here and I was satisfied with that trade was just how big and expansive this fair value gap was. Plus, we've just kind of been pushing throughout Asia and London, right? So when I see when we disrespect, sorry, not disrespect, but when we keep pushing past Asia and London, right, and we don't reverse immediately, or with or show some sort of hesitation to the downside, right? That's basically telling me that we're gonna be bullish going into New York, right? So that's basically kind of what ended up happening. This was probably my only chance to see shorts, right? And we just didn't end up getting it, which is fine. So I was able to recognize that early on in the trade, right? I understood when I took this trade that, we could be bullish today. However, I will give this short just a quick scalp. I'll give it a chance, and thankfully I was able to come out green and understood that. I did secure profits where I could, right? Just digging into the fair value up, and I knew that we could bounce off this fair value up and show some displacement to the upside. And if we kind of retraded back into this high up here, right, and we kept pushing past it, I knew we were gonna be bullish for the rest of the day. So that's basically what ended up happening. And let's say you weren't bearish at all, and let's say you kind of came into the morning being pretty much bullish. A really nice entry that I would have probably executed on was something like this, where we get a retrace into this very strong displacive candle right here, right, and get a confirmation candle out of it and try to target the next draw on liquidity. And basically the next draw on liquidity would probably have been this I believe it was a 4-hour fair value gap fill, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was not. I think it was, yeah, just another hourly swing high, or actually maybe it was on the 15. So yeah, so on the 15 there was like a swing high right here that was kind of basically my next target. So that's kind of what I was aiming for. Let me see if I could pull out the rate right here and this level right here. So basically that was going to be my next level. So you could have taken a trade, probably something like this, right? However, that's not the other trade I ended up taking. The other trade that I ended up taking was actually a loss, right? So the reason this was just a small loss was I tried taking this inversion, and I kind of realized my mistake now. First of all, I didn't probably have the right stop. I probably would have been able to secure a little bit on this trade. However, I ended up taking this short right here, this inversion fair value gap right when we closed below. However, I had my stop a little bit too tight, and then basically just got wicked out, and then the trade ended up dumping about 50 points maybe. So maybe my stop should have been up here for it to be a little bit safer for me to take this inversion trade, but it's all good. I only lost about 100. I wasn't risking too much, right? And so that was a loss. But then upon realizing that just how aggressive we were buying back up, right? And just pushing to the upside. This price action was pretty bad, by the way. Just you can see how the candles are printing. A lot of wicks, not a lot of fair value gap. So it was a bit hard to trade. But I did find another entry within this very small miniature fair value gap, which I want to say was around it was in here actually. This was probably the worst trade that you could have taken. I believe it was probably like this inversion right here. I did something like this, targeting these highs. Basically I basically got out right here. It was more of like an inversion play. At the same time, it was kind of a retrace back into another very small fair value gap, like right here. Well, looking back, was it a good trade? Absolutely not. However, just seeing how aggressive we were buying back up, and seeing that the overall sentiment of the market was bullish, I felt like that it could work out, and I would be pretty much break even and took profit if we got to this high. And that's basically what ended up happening. So was able to take that trade. And the final trade that I took, which I got stopped out on, was this trade right here, where after sweeping all this liquidity, right? After sweeping all this liquidity, we started inversing these fair value gaps. And basically, I liked this candle close right here. Put my stop loss was like something like right here. And then basically was aiming for these highs. We got to like this bearish fair value gap right here, and that's when I basically put my stops to break even. And as you guys can see, got stopped out break even, and had another really nice inversion right after holding this BPR, right? I guess this isn't really a BPR, this is just an inversion, but we get a really nice candle close right here. And this could have been the final trade if you guys were trading today. It was a bit choppy today for sure. However, taking that trade, you could have rode it into these 4-hour swing highs up here, which was basically going to be the drawn liquidity for the day. So this swing high right here, I don't know if we got to this level up here actually. We got pretty close, but we weren't able to take it. So yeah, just a quick trade recap. First day on the fund, it's about $400, $480 or something. And yeah, that's basically that's pretty much it. So yeah, good luck in your trading, guys. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Subscribe!